Coming to you from the studios of STL TV in Forest Park, it's the best of the STL. On tonight's show, owners of Paul Mitchell, the school, St. Louis, Ginger Reed and Michelle Clark, NFL sports agent Jason Fletcher, heating things up in the kitchen, the Rib Shack, and tonight's entertainment, the Brock Walker Trio. And now, here they are, the hostess with the mostest, Cassandra Walker and Ivy Hartman.
Welcome to the show. I'm Cassandra Walker.
And I'm Ivy Hartman, and we're having a good time. We're glad you joined us. Yes.
That's some good music, Ivy.
It's wonderful.
Wow, I told Brock Walker that we may be related.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I can't play a musical instrument, but it could be.
And you claim him after that.
Right.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
We missed you, Ivy. Welcome back.
I really missed being here. In fact, I heard what I missed was that you actually graduated with your master's program.
Right, that's right.
Congratulations.
I did. Thank you so much, Ivy.
And then you're about to have another graduate in the house.
We are, yep. Our son Scott will graduate from the University of Washington in Seattle next month.
Man,
now, because he broke his foot last year, he'll come back and play next year, Husky fans. But yes, but he's officially a college graduate. But we still pay his bills. What's going on with that?
It'll all come back around, I think, for you.
All right.
It's the season of graduations as well as vacations.
It is. Are you going on vacation?
I am. We're going to do a camping trip up through Wisconsin.
Wow.
Would you like to join us in the minivan with the dog and the kids? Sounds like fun, doesn't
Wow.
it? Yeah.
Think about it. I'll take a rain check. But how about this? Will you tweet about it? I'd like to follow you.
You know what? I will do that for you, or at least text with you for sure. You can follow me on Twitter as well.
It's going to be fun, Ivy.
Yeah.
Real camps?
Real camps.
Real lions and tigers and bears?
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh my.
Oh my. And you can follow us on Twitter as well. So
Absolutely.
you can look for Ivy Hartman on Twitter. You can also look for STL TV on Twitter.
You sure can. And you know, if you have Facebook, which a lot of you do, you can also follow us on Facebook. We post pictures and also videos, all kinds of things.
Another great way to find our videos and the programming is to follow us on YouTube as well, which is a great way to, share it with your friends.
Absolutely. So you can just save it forever.
Forever.
Oh, we'll stay young forever, Ivy.
Oh, that's right. Although there are some times in my life I probably didn't want to preserve.
Fast forward.
Well,
speaking of someone who always preserves a good laugh or two, LJ Reeves is in the audience. LJ, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I am sitting over here with all the pretty people. Woo, look at the pretty people. I mean, I got pretty manses, pretty ladies, just pretty people. And you too can be one of the pretty people in our studio audience. Just give us a call. Give us a call at 314-552-2970. And you can be a part of our studio audience with all the pretty people. Let's check and see what Ivy is doing over there in that kitchen. Ivy?
I'm getting really up close and personal with Jacqueline Robbins, who's the owner of the Rib Shack. You haven't been there. They're up on Natural Bridge Road. You've got to go there. Okay. And Jacqueline brought a really nice spread for us. You've been on the show before.
Yes.
And if I remember correctly, last time you were here, you told me your favorite was a turkey rib.
Yes.
Okay. And she ate them all on the way here. So it's all right, though. She brought us some other good stuff to have. But we talked about graduations coming up.
Yes, graduations coming up and family reunions and this Memorial Day weekend. So get your catering orders in. We got a few more days left, so get those orders in.
You know, on Best STL, Jacqueline, sometimes we'll actually be preparing a dish. I realize this is very much labor intensive and time intensive.
Yes, it is.
So we'll get a chance to savor some of the love from the Rib Shack on the show in both of our segments, if it's all right with you. I don't have to save a whole lot for Cassandra or LJ. No, she's laughing. She's, I don't know if I'm going to leave here. But you mentioned the turkey rib's your favorite, but then what is the specialty? Because I have had the chicken wings, and they are just smoked to tender perfection.
Yes.
So talk about preparing the different things.
Well, all our items are smoked on our smoker, and they're cooked for several hours of the day. We start early in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning cooking, so it's very unique. Yes, and our sauce is made from scratch. Everything is homemade and may take time and love into the food.
I can definitely, and St. Louis is featured, its barbecue is featured in this, in June's issue of Sauce Magazine.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the Sauce Magazine.
Very good stuff. So you know what, I know that you want me to get all sauced up here in the kitchen, and Jacqueline's gonna help me with that because I wanna try some of these sides as well, as you're gonna wanna find out about 5 minutes or less how you can get free food at the Rib Shack. But right now I'm gonna send it over to LJ.
Free food, that's
right.
my kind of thing, my kind of thing. How much that rib? You save me some of those ribs, Ivy, over there. But before that, I am sitting here with Jerry Merriweather with Real Men Can Cook. Jeffrey Merriweather with Real Men Cook.
That's right.
Real Men Cook.
Exactly.
That's where all the men are. I need to come see what that's about.
Oh, yeah,
but Real Men Cook is part of a larger charity. So tell us about the Real Men charity.
Yes, Real Men Charity St. Louis, as we just started this chapter within the last few months, but we have a lot of momentum and a lot of steam going. Real Men Charities was designed, Real Men Charity St. Louis was designed to be advocates against violence. Wow. And St. Louis has a large proportion of violence, and of course, we use it as a vehicle to become part of the fight against violence and violence against women and children.
So this is a really big deal because St. Louis is just one of many chapters that you all have across the country. There's Atlanta, there's New York, there's Chicago.
That is
so
correct.
It's a real big deal that we're doing this here in St. Louis. How is this helping in reducing the violence that's here?
Well, we've teamed up with partners, African American Male Initiative and Every Step Count, to create other avenues to fight against violence. African American Male Initiative is a organization that's funded by the federal government, Department of Education, and they assist African American males in navigating through higher learning.
Okay, so the founders of this organization really wanted to do something to help, and you don't have to be a father to be a part of this organization, is that correct?
No, you don't have to be a father, you just have to be someone who cares and wants to be a part of changing the community.
Somebody that's making a difference.
Somebody that's making a difference, exactly.
You've all had some big names a part of this organization. Then Senator, now President Barack Obama was a part of this?
Yes, that is correct. He was part of our Real Men Cook in Chicago when he was senator. And we also have Charlie Wilson, who's also a spokesperson in the Atlanta chapter.
So you have a big event that's coming up.
That is correct.
Tell us about that.
Yes, we have Real Men Cook. It is June 16th, between 2 and 6 p.m. It's at Forest Park Community College campus. And our host is going to be Arvin Mitchell.
Okay, Arvin.
Yes.
Great comedian.
Exactly. It's a combination of A Taste of St. Louis meets Star Search. So we're going to have many chefs come out and participate as far as part of the charity. They're going to donate their time and their food to come out and serve. And then we're going to have a lot of excellent musicians and talent here in St. Louis, youth dance groups and so forth to entertain the group.
So I heard you can taste over 150 dishes.
That is correct, or more, but yes, there's going to be quite a bit of food there for you to sample. We also have a health and wellness pavilion for the ones who are health food fanatics. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of great things going on.
So definitely. Real Men Cooking, yes, June 16th.
Right, and we're also going to have a market there since it is day before Father's Day. We will have retail vendors also there to sell merchandise
That's great.
for Father's Day.
So we need to find this information on realmencook.com.
Exactly.
Check us out, realmencook.com. I'm going to be
Exactly.
there with the men cooking and 150
Yes.
dishes. Let's see what Cassandra is doing over there in the den.
Thank you so much, LJ. That sounds delicious. I might be there. I'm here with Jorge Riopedre from Kasa Salud. Jorge, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Cassandra.
I'm so happy to have you on. You have such wonderful services for the community. Can you tell us, first of all, what is Kasa Salud?
Sure. Kasa Salud is a clinic providing clinical and mental health services for the uninsured. We're branded for the Latino population primarily because they lead the nation in being uninsured.
Really?
And yes, they do. And because the undocumented population truly has nowhere else to turn. But our larger mandate is for anyone who is uninsured in an underserved population.
And now, how long have you been with the organization?
I have been with the organization coming up on 18 months now.
Really?
Yep.
So tell me, what is your mission then for, obviously you come in with your own ideas, what is your mission to help grow?
Well, our mission is to reach out to the population of St. Louis region. By region, we're serving 11 counties right now, including St. Clair and Madison in Illinois. And we're reaching out to anyone who is uninsured or underinsured that needs access to clinical or mental health. We're open 7 days a week. We're open on every holiday except Christmas. So really the mission is to tell those who are underserved that if you do not have access to health care, Kasa Salud is a place you can come to, first to be treated for an episodic issue, which is to say something that you or I would go to our doctor for. Sure. And if it's worse than that, if it's something chronic or higher level than that, then we connect you to other sources of care.
So how does someone make an appointment? Can they just show up, or do you need to call ahead of time?
You can just show up, but because all of our doctors are volunteers, there are certain periods of time where we will not be able to have a physician there. So the best thing is to call 314-977-1250 and make an appointment. We can usually get you in same day or at worst next day.
Now, I understand you also have a women, infant, and children's facility as well. I know that's important. Tell us about it.
It is. In fact, we opened that at the beginning of April in conjunction with People's Health Centers, which has been a tremendous partner for Kasa Salud. And right there in our facility, a brand new women, infants, and children office where mothers who are pregnant or up to 5 years old with a child can come and receive services based on this government-funded program, and you can come to Kasa for that service. We're very proud to have that.
Absolutely. Now, so tell me this: is there anyone ever turned down?
No, absolutely not. In fact, the reason we exist is to reach out to those populations that would otherwise be turned down. We keep no paperwork. We do no billing. The only records that's kept at all is literally about your health condition. We try to reduce any and all barriers for people to come in and get taken care of.
So obviously it's from prenatal, because you have the women, infants, and children. Is it also gerontology as well, all the way to?
So our services, the only thing I should say, let me make sure to say one thing. From 0 to 17, we don't treat because we want to make sure that children are seen at the federally qualified health centers, which have more access to more services. But we do have visits twice a month from the St. Louis Children's Healthy Kids Express van, which again then connects to other services. For 18 up, you can get care that you would get at your own doctor's office. Beyond that, then we assist to connect you to other places, because we were afraid that if we tried to be a one-stop shop, everything for everybody, that the financial pressures of keeping that kind of facility would be too much.
Smart move, smart move. Thank you so much, Jorge, for coming on.
Thank you.
And if you want to get in touch with them, obviously, again, Jorge gave out the phone number, and you can call 314-977-1250. You can also go online. Jorge, this is a fantastic service, and I know a lot of people right now are writing down that number so they can be a part of it. Well, we're going to go to a quick break, but stay with us, because we have coming up from Paul Mitchell Salons, Ginger and Michelle, to tell you how you can look your best. Stay with us.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hey St. Louis, I'm Cora Kay. Keep it right here on STL TV.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Find out more at theshelterpetproject.org.
There's a monster in my bathtub. There's one on the couch. There's a monster on my bed.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack.
Please make the monsters go away.
Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Let's switch to Energy Star light bulbs and stop burning through cash. Saving energy saves you money.
Packers.
Vikings. Red State. Blue State.
We come from different places.
Great. I like that audience tonight.
I do too. And the band, every time I look at them on the monitors, they're coming back to us, I think, oh, that looks like a fun show. I want to be there. You know? Oh, yeah. Just take it in.
It's great, Ivy. As a matter of fact, I think our next guest will be excited to come out to that band too.
I agree.
Our next guests are experienced stylists and salon owners who have been in business together for over 13 years. That sounds like us.
It does, and they probably have great rapport and love for one another. Been wanting to do it that long. And they now share their love of the salon industry with future professionals as they guide them through their school and give them the tools for success.
Yes, indeed. Please help us welcome Ginger Reed and Michelle Clark. So beautiful. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you. How timely, Ivy. Because anytime you're taking care of your body, you know, it's always important.
Agreed.
And our hair is an extension of that.
It's the best accessory ever.
It is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What makes your salon, your facilities unique? Because I know you're you're independent in some ways.
Independent, we are a franchise. We are Paul Mitchell The School St. Louis. There are about 110 of us across the nation. And we just are fortunate enough that when we started looking at what we wanted to do for extending who we were in the salon world and giving back to what we wanted to do into the industry, that Paul Mitchell was a beautiful fit for us just because it's so different from anything else that's out there.
How so? How, what do you mean different?
They're different in that, yes, we teach out of the same textbooks that everybody else does, but then we also go beyond that with our cutting and our styling and our texture lesson plans and things like that that are Paul Mitchell, that are uniquely ours. Culturally, we have a beautiful culture. We have a Be Nice culture, which it comes out in a lot of the events that we do. We have Free Hugs Day once a year nationwide. I mean, come
really?
On.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, 3 hugs a day just to keep you sane, kind of thing. And so with that, those are just those little added head fakes that the kids get just to make them better people in the industry.
And as they go on to be professionals. Now, you guys are our neighbors. We're here in the Forest Park area. You guys are in the Central West End. And how has that, because I know that you mentioned events, Michelle. Ginger, how has that helped you guys really insert yourself and the school into the community and some of the events you participated in?
Well, we do fundraising year-round with
Oh,
our
wow.
school. So part of our culture and what we want to teach our future professionals is that when they start the school, not only do we teach them how to be technically savvy, but we teach them how to be better people. And I always tell them on their first day of school, we hope that when you graduate, you leave here a better person than the person that was on your very first day of school. You leave here better than when you came in. And because we are so focused on giving back in the many different events that we do, it's kind of a year-round thing for us. So we're constantly out in the community doing different things. We have lots of student-run programs at our school. We have a pet club. So we've been to animal shelters giving back. We have a Be Nice or Else club. We've kind of partnered with the Ronald McDonald House, and we've gone there, and our Be Nice team members have gone and cooked meals for the parents that are staying there with their children that are going through very difficult times.
Wow.
So there's just a lot of things that we do kind of ongoing throughout the year, but then we also get calls from outside sources that contact us and say, hey, there's this going on or that going on in an event. And when we do those types of events, we ask them to help be a part of giving back with us as well.
I like that.
So,
I like that. We saw some of the video, some of the B-roll and pictures of some of the events you've attended. Now, Michelle, we talked a little bit in the green room about people that want to, or they have a natural ability, early on they notice, to become a cosmetologist. And I want to ask you what advice you would have for someone who was interested in it, because I know when I was about 10 or 11, I had a good friend who was 9 years old, and she could French braid her hair and mine with beads. And so obviously it was natural for her, but not for me.
The mindset of this generation, the millennial generation, is they want to go out and they want to follow your dream. I mean, really, quite honestly, when I was going through school 30 years ago, when I was 10,
yeah, you and I both.
Yes, we started at a very early age. It was considered a second career. You did it just because you couldn't do anything else, and that really has shifted so much now. And we have these kids, and the parents show up, and they're very supportive of having them in the industry and knowing what they can do. Second careers, we have a night program now where people in the last couple of years, because the economy the way it was, they were laid off, and they had good jobs, but they said, you know what, when I was little, all I wanted to do was hair. Maybe now, Paul Mitchell gives that legitimacy to the license, because once you're graduated Paul Mitchell, you're a Paul Mitchell graduate, and it gives that legitimacy to that, to have them stand a little bit taller and follow the dreams that they wanted to have. And they're pretty darn good, because as role models, Ginger and I being in the industry as long as we have, and we're in that school, they see what can be done. We always tell them, we started out the same place you did. We started out day one.
And I'm seeing some phenomenal exhibits here of hair and stuff, and as we move forward, even they get even more phenomenal.
Right.
Talk about that, Ginger, and what we're seeing.
So some of the pictures that you're seeing right now, this is from one of our charity fundraisers that we did. We've done lots of them, very avant-garde fashion show. I believe this was from our masquerade. This was Ice Ball that we held in December. And this was held at a local theater here in St. Louis.
What's interesting to me about this is that they get a chance to exhibit their technique and their art, and then that whole professional development that you guys are talking about. Not only just giving back, but opening up other opportunities.
Well, absolutely. And I share with them, as my experience being a stylist, one of the things that I never got to do was have some of the opportunities they have. I live vicariously through them. I like doing the hair shows and the fashion shows and being on set and doing those things. Because of the opportunities, that because of being Paul Mitchell and being branded, we do fashion shows, we do photo shoots, we do editorials, we do a lot of those types of things that we never had the opportunity to do. But because we've got that name backing us, and because we've been able to, as the industry has progressed and gotten better, their opportunities are way more available for them. 20 years ago, photo shoots and fashion shows and things like that, I never dreamed that that was even an option for me. But now in St. Louis, because even as the city has grown and having the school there, we're able to offer our future professionals opportunities that they might not necessarily have ever had and may not ever get again. We tell them, do it while you can now. Enjoy that.
Indeed. Let's talk about some diversity too. We talked a little bit about that. The fact when you said St. Louis, that St. Louis is a diverse city. And you can look around and see that. Even with Ivy and I, obviously we have two different types of hair texture here. But you encourage all of your stylists to learn to do all hair. And the people that come in to ask for no one in particular, because we can do it, right?
Right, absolutely.
We train our future professionals that hair is hair. And we teach them that hair lives in different textures and different types of formations. And it's learning how to address that type of hair, but hair doesn't have a skin color. It doesn't know what skin color it's sitting
That's
on.
right.
We
That's
teach
right.
them how to work with that type of hair and how to manipulate the hair and how to create what the guest wants. And it has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with their technical abilities and what's in their hands and the products that we use to create those looks.
That's fantastic.
And the cool thing about the Paul Mitchell School is, you mentioned the name recognition. So it nationally, internationally, a student could leave here as long as they got their licensure somewhere else and be employable.
And they do.
Yeah, they do. We've got them all over the country. When you leave, I'm always amazed. I'll sit down and we have a resume class where they have to write their resumes, and part of their graduation is they have to have a resume. And you sit and you look at the resume, and you look at all the things that they've done.
Right.
And this is a city that is full of fashion. I love this. I always say that you can be a very big fish in this little pond because there's so much. I mean, we had, 2 people out with Project Runway.
Right.
We've actually been able to work with them at shows and different things like that. So these things go on their resume. They take them elsewhere. And we have them in California. We've got them in Las Vegas. There's, we're in Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Austin,
We've had
Texas.
them in Chicago.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they relocate.
And their licenses go. So they go in and they just reapply for the licensing, and then they have, but they've got, like I said, they've got their Paul Mitchell.
And that's
Perfect.
a tribute to the wonderful work you're doing. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Ginger and
Thank you.
Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
They just park and walk over because they're located at
Right.
30 Maryland Plaza, Suite 200, right here in St. Louis.
You got it. You can call them 314-361-8200.
And look for them online as well.
So thank you so much for coming on the show. We could talk for hours.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to have them back.
Talk hair,
Well,
sure,
and-
fashion,
Absolutely. We like that. LJ likes it too. And she's in the audience right now. LJ, how you doing over there?
I am doing well. The producers heard my plea. I get to interview a lot of men today. So I am sitting here with Nick Hughes, and I'm sitting here with Thomas Harrell, who both are with the Missouri Desi Job Corps.
Yes.
Tell us about this, because people hear Job Corps, but they don't really know, some people, what you guys do.
Okay. We work for the Job Corps program. We don't work for the St. Louis Job Corps, but we work closely with them. Where we can send students out of town and out of state to over 10 different locations.
Wow.
We're on-campus training program for students between the ages of 16 and 24, where we can offer them their high school diploma and a trade for those that need a high school diploma. We also have students who are already high school graduates who went to college, it didn't work out for them, who will come join our program. It's totally free to the student, where they'll actually be paid to go there.
Wow.
And once they complete our program, they have the option to still stay with our program and go to college for 2 years.
So it's not just for guys, it's
No.
for girls too.
Men and women.
Men and women. So what are some of the professions, trades that they can go into?
Okay, we can go all the way from carpentry to welding to CNA, LPN, culinary arts, material handling. You can work for the railroad, the airlines.
So as I understand, it's over 100 different things.
102 to be exact.
102 to be exact.
Yes.
So if we want to do it, you got it.
We got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's really, really great. So Nick is going to tell us a little bit about this event that you all have coming up on June 29th.
Right. This event is called Tomorrow's Leaders Roundup. It actually was Thomas's brainchild.
Thomas's brainchild.
Yeah, he hooked it up.
But he let you talk about
He
it.
let me talk about
So
it. But pretty much what we're doing, we're taking it to the next level. We're really trying to get everybody in the community to really understand what Job Corps is all about, because we really need our leaders for tomorrow. These are the people who got to take care of us at the end of the day, okay? So we're really trying to get this going on June 29th, which is going to be from 12 to 5, and then, which is this Friday, and then on Saturday, come back and talk to us between 10 and 2.
So 2 days.
2 days.
So if you miss one day, you can come the next day.
If you have to work, come back on Saturday.
Come back on Saturday.
Come back on Saturday.
Where
exactly.
can we find more information about this?
Yeah, what you want to do is definitely give us a call. Give myself, Nick Hughes, or Thomas Harrell a call at 314-487-4377. You can always go to the website, www.jobcorps.org. But what you want to do is give us a call, and then we're going to give you all the information that you're going to need for the event.
Wow. So, Thomas, tell us a little bit about this brainchild. Where did you come up with this from?
We feel like as counselors, we need to give an extra push to our kids. The 16 and 24-year-olds, those are the ones who are going to be taking care of us. So a lot of them aren't doing what they need to do right now. So as adults, we need to probably give them an extra push. I had a push. You had a push.
I had a push.
Nick's had a push.
Nick had a push.
Yeah.
We all had a push. I had a push. You had a push. We had a push.
Maybe down some stairs, but you had a push. But no, we need to get pushed into what we're going to go into for as our career.
Wow. So tell us one more time. June
29th between 12 and 5, and then June 30th between 10 and 2, sorry, at 3611 South Grand Boulevard, Suite 105. Okay,
Wow.
so that's where you want to go on across between Grand and Arsenal.
Wow, so you can't miss it. You can't miss it. You got to get there. You got to get there. Now, you know a lot about Job Corps. You know a lot about your admissions counselor job. Let's see how much you know about trivia.
Uh-oh.
I got something for you if you know something from our sponsors. Sam's.
Oh, really?
$35.
$35, okay.
But only if you know something.
Okay.
Beyond Job Corps.
Okay.
What famous jazz musician and trumpeter
Okay.
was born in Alton, Illinois?
Okay.
Shortly before his family moved to my hometown, East St. Louis, Illinois.
Okay.
He is a graduate of my alma mater, Lincoln Senior High School. Who is it?
Okay, let's go Miles Davis.
Miles Davis is correct. You are the winner of our Sam's gift card. Well, thank you so much, and let's check out Ivy over there in the kitchen. Ivy?
Thank you so much, LJ. Okay, Jacqueline Robbins has opened the Rib Shack a little over a year and a half ago. Jacqueline, tell us why you did that.
Oh, it's been a family vision to have, me and my husband, we shared the vision to have our own restaurant, so we went head in and did what we had to do.
And are you glad you did it?
Yes, we are. Very glad, yes.
All right, so you know you can help out the Rib Shack by visiting them. They're up on Natural Bridge Road, and they want you to visit them because we've got all kinds of great events and really cool specials.
Yes.
So talk about Father's Day.
Father's Day event is June 17th. We're going to have a bike event, so come on out. It's going to be from 2 to 8. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have cash prizes and trophies for the bikers that enter into the contest. And we're going to have, of course, food tastings and giveaways for the fathers. We're going to have raffles.
You're smart because you had to be there anyway. So did your husband. So now Naeem and Amira can actually be there with their dad and their mom on Father's Day, bring their bike. You know, another great thing about the Rib Shack is they like to give back. So you can also do fundraisers every once in a while. So should an organization contact you if they're interested in doing that?
Yes, they should contact us at 314-427-1777. Contact us, and we'll be glad to give them some support.
All right, so we talked about some of the specials. We teased it a little bit, Jacqueline. Tell the people about what the deal is if 5 minutes or
5 minutes are free.
Yeah.
$5.99 lunch special.
Okay.
If we don't give your lunch order to you in 5 minutes, you get it free. It's only it's a catch to it though.
Yeah. No, it is. That's all right. You can't stand it because they also let you try some of this delicious food before you actually choose what you want.
Yeah.
So that's not part of the 5 minutes.
Nope, not at all. Yep, we let you try before you buy it.
I love it. We can see all the meat stacked up on the smoker, and I tell you, it's all I can do not just to tear into one of these chicken wings or this turkey leg because it is so tender and so flavorful. You mentioned you make your own sauces, but I don't even feel like any of this needs sauce because it's so good.
Yes, thank you. Yes, everything's homemade from scratch. Yes, so secret ingredient.
Yeah, this is love and lots of patience and time. Also, so as I order, I get a couple sides with it.
Yes.
I see you brought some. We've got greens, beans, macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes, and potato salad.
Yes, that's just a few of our sides, but we have
oh my gosh, there's
cabbage,
more.
dressing, side salads. Yes,
Are these all family recipes that you and your husband came up with, or?
Well, actually, they're recipes that Rib Shack came up with. It's so interesting how we came up with what we were gonna serve. We had a day where we had a tasting where we had all our family come, and it was on my daughter's birthday.
That's all right. It's a good way to get family together and eat. Yeah.
So yeah, we had everybody come in. We did a food tasting, and everybody, you know, the things that everybody liked, we went with those items. And this is Rib Shack.
This is it. I tell you what, there's a lot to choose from, and every single bit of it is delicious. Now, we mentioned that 5 minutes are free during the lunch, $5.99 lunch special, but also on Mondays you've got specials, and then on Sundays.
Yes, on Monday we have Rib Tip Monday. That's our famous day, Rib Tip Monday, $4.99. all day long. You can get the regular price is normally $8.99. You get it for $4.99.
Half off.
Half
We love
off.
it. And then on Sundays, kids eat free.
Kids eat
I
free.
tell you what, my kid's leg is probably the size of this turkey leg right here. So what's the best way to dive into a turkey leg? Anybody? Jacqueline, just bite right into it.
Right into
Just
it.
go right there. There's not going to be any room left in my mouth for any of these sides once I take a bite out of this turkey leg. So since my mouth might be full, here's the information you need. Rib Shack's up on Natural Bridge Road. You can check them out, ribshackstl.com. Cassandra, you know, after I dive into this, I might need to take a few laps around the track. I think you might have somebody who might know a thing or two about that, huh?
Oh, great segue. I do, Ivan. I'll get to that at the end of my interview. I'm here with Devin Owens. He's a battalion cadet officer, correct?
Yes.
Executive officer, that is. Tell me what that means.
The battalion executive officer at Cleveland NJROTC is the person in charge of supervising all the leadership positions at the school. It's a full military academy, so the staff is active every day, engaging in roles like providing tutoring or just mentoring the underclassmen, things like that.
That is wonderful, Devin. Have you always shown leadership qualities?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me, why did you join the NJROTC?
I first took interest in the NJROTC program after orientation, just looking in the handbook that they handed us, just reading about things that would come over the years, like opportunities for summer camps, training, chances to meet like higher up Navy personnel and things like that.
So you were always interested in the Navy before even joining the ROTC?
I didn't know much about it, but since joining, I learned a lot.
So now you're going to be going, you've been awarded a scholarship to the United States Naval Academy. That is phenomenal, because that's so hard to get into. Congratulations for that. Tell me what you're looking forward to most at the Naval Academy.
Just being around my future brothers and sisters of the fleet, being able to train with them every day. That's what I look forward to most.
And we see a picture here of you receiving, there's first of all those medals on your neck, and you were on the stage the other day, on the other picture. Tell me, what is all that about?
Sports and academics. I played varsity track, varsity football, and I was a varsity wrestler.
And you're in ROTC?
Yes, ma'am.
And you got the scholarship? Oh my goodness, Devin, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. So since you mentioned varsity track, I have to throw in there that you are a part of the 2012 Cleveland High School Track Championship team. Isn't that correct, Devin?
Yes, ma'am. We just won the championship for Missouri Class 2A.
And how did you contribute to that championship?
I was on the 4x8 relay and the 4x4 relay.
So do you think having a good physical condition helps you also with your endeavors for the U.S. Naval Academy?
Yes, ma'am, because being in top physical shape is always a requirement serving in any branch of the military.
Wow, that's a very good answer. You're 100% correct in that. Now, do you think you'll make a career out of the Navy, or is this something you're going to do just for school?
I'm going to make a career out of it. I plan to be in the Navy, advance, and assume the highest position of leadership.
Admiral.
Possible. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that for you, and you can achieve that, Devin. It's so obvious. You're so well-rounded. Now, I understand we were just talking a minute ago, and you said that this was the first year you think that women were actually in the Naval Academy able to be on the submarine. Is that correct?
It hasn't had anything to do with the Naval Academy in specific, but I think this is the first year that women will actually deploy out on nuclear submarines.
Wow. So when you get there, you're making some firsts as well, because you'll be one of the first in the St. Louis area to get to Admiral. I believe it, Devin. I believe it. I am so proud of you. You have to be proud of yourself. When do you leave?
June 28th.
All right, Devin. Well, come back and talk to us again, won't you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So proud of you, Devin. Here's our future, America. Devin Owens and people like him who want to study and be someone. And it's going to help us when we get older. Not that I'm going to get older, Devin, but it's going to help us. Now, we're going to get ready to go to a break, but stay with us because we have another person who grew up through the ranks and who is doing phenomenal as an NFL agent. That's Mr. Jason Fletcher, and he's joining us next. Stay with us.
Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
In times of peace and times of war, in times of joy and times of pain, we need them, they need us, and we need you. The USO, until everyone comes home.
There's a monster in the kitchen.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack. Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
Monsters can be anywhere.
Wonderful sounds, but let's give it up one more time and let's hear the Brock Walker Trio. with Brock Walker. Oh, the Brock Walker trio. My, you're so tall. So tell us how you guys met.
We were all playing up together in the St. Louis area, and I started handpicking people that I thought would fit with the sound that I was doing, and these are the guys.
Wow. So why don't you introduce us to everybody?
First of all, on kick drums, Mr. Gerald Warren. On bass, Mr. Carl Casperson. On trumpet, Minister Anthony Wiggins.
All right.
And I'm Brock Walker.
You're Brock Walker. How long have you been playing?
Ooh, since my feet swung on the piano bench.
Wow.
Long time.
Long time.
Probably about 30 years.
30 years. Yes. Tell us about that last song, Full Swag.
Full Swag was something that I wrote. I wanted to do something that I dedicated to President Barack Obama. And
he got swagger.
And he had swagger, so that was about the president, yes.
You guys got swagger too.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tell us where we can hear you, where we can find you, upcoming events.
You can catch a lot of my schedule on my website, which is on my calendar. I play every Tuesday and Thursday at the Beale on Broadway, which is 701 Broadway here in St. Louis, Missouri. And the rest of it I couldn't tell you.
Wow. So you got a new CD.
Yes, I do.
New CD out. Where can people get this?
You can order it from my website, brockwalker.net, or you can go through iTunes.
So if we want to find out about your upcoming events in addition to the ones that you told us about, we should check out your website?
Yes, you can.
Can we see you on Facebook?
Yes, you can.
Can we follow you on Twitter?
Yes, you can.
We can?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, so we can follow you, Facebook, you on the everywhere.
Yes, look for it.
Look for you. Yes. We will look for you. Full swagger. Let's give it up one more time. The Brock Walker Trio. Let's check out Cassandra and Ivy over there on the main stage.
Thank you so much, LJ and Brock. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Our next guest is an NFL sports agent and the founder of B&F Sports Management.
And for over a decade, he's been a certified NFL contract advisor. And in the past 2 years, he's been ranked as one of the most powerful NFL agents in the business by NFL Bleacher Reports.
Please help us welcome Mr. Jason Fletcher. Jason, how are you?
I'm okay.
You know what? You look so inviting. Now, sometimes agents, people may think they slime out places, but you have just the most warm, don't you think so, Ivy?
Yep.
Presence about you, and I'm sure that helps.
Yes, it does. I appreciate it. It's something I learned from my parents.
Well,
I'm a very old school guy. I'm a yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir guy.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, Jason, have you been around sports all your life?
Yes, I have. My dad, my parents are here actually supporting me tonight.
All right.
Yeah, very close family. My dad introduced sports to myself and my younger brother at an early age of 7, 8 years of age, myself and my younger brother, and been around sports ever since.
You know, I wonder if he did that to keep you rooted, because I know we have 4 boys, and my husband did that, to keep the boys rooted and working hard at something. He introduced them to sports right away.
I think it did at an early age. I can honestly say that it made me a lot more disciplined.
Yes.
As a young man, before I even realized what discipline was. And it helped me out a lot.
And Ivy, your boys play baseball.
They do. You know what, though? They're young. I'm not sure we're going to be winning any scholarships like Cassandra's. I can hope. We're going to find their niche. Maybe not football. Who knows? I might have the next great quarterback. Okay. We'll get there,
well, talk to me. Let me know.
Yeah, it's always good to know people, especially one of the top, according to NFL Bleacher Reports. I asked you backstage why. What makes you different and gets you ranked as one of the top out of 800 some all agents in the country? You're consistently one of the top. Why?
I'm a very direct, straight up person. I'm very honest. My personality and demeanor is full of candor. I speak my mind. I'm very genuine. And I'm one of the best because I am one of the best. I know what I'm doing. I have all the resources. I respect and appreciate situations because they are a blessing. You have to understand that when I was blessed with the opportunity to do this business in 2001. I got into this business to represent a loved one, my younger brother. He was my first client. So I only know how to represent athletes from a big brotherly type demeanor and protect them, and not only just them, the families.
And
so that's how I do business.
Wow.
That's why I'm one of the best. I'm not here for a buck. I'm not here to fast talk you. I'm not here to take advantage of you. You'll never see one of my clients ever leave the game of football and be broke. I promise you that.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't support short-term thinking. From day one, we implement a game plan, and it's long-term. Point blank.
That. Yeah. That is one, and you know, it's from your heart. You can tell that, Jason. That is fantastic.
I have
guy.
Learned from my dad.
And you know, we need more agents like that. I have boys that are in collegiate sports and are going to be needing agents. And I know that people call you and they say all these things, but to have, you can tell if someone's genuine.
Right.
And now it says that you are a certified contract advisor. What does that mean, certified contract advisor?
Well, in my industry or my business, okay, or even entertainment period, primarily sports, you have a lot of tag-alongs. You have a lot of people who get in contact with your son, for an example, who's a top prospect or elite prospect in the next year or so for the NBA. They're going to come to your son and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, so-and-so, and I'm an agent. Unless he can reach in his back pocket and pull out an NFL card or a card that says he has credentials, he's not legitimate, and you're wasting your time. Because at the end of the day, when I'm dealing with NFL teams or even NBA organizations, they do not talk to you unless you have credentials. That is a rule and league policy. So you have to understand that when you move forward or you are introduced to the process, you want to deal with credible individuals. So that's what that means. I've been a licensed agent since 2001.
Now, you mentioned how you think long-term and some of the things that you offer and bring to the table as an agent. But why is it important to have an agent, and what are really all the things an agent does for you?
Black and white version, teams are shady.
And, it's all about the money.
Of course. Yeah, and exactly, it's a business.
Yeah. It's a business.
And I think that if you sleep on that or don't understand that it is a business, you're doing yourself an extreme disadvantage, you and your family. The window for a professional athlete is very small, very small. You have to appreciate the position that you have. You have to maximize it. And if you do not, I promise you, someone else will. Meaning that once you're placed with a professional team, you have to understand they have pro scouting. Pro scouting is there to replace you. All they do is evaluate guys on a day-to-day basis to replace you. So if you don't want to work hard and you want to do all the nonsense away from the field, meaning the smoking, the drinking, the, no disrespect women, the ladies, and indulge in that nightlife and hang out at strip clubs and do the things that are tearing your career down, you're killing yourself. You're killing yourself.
Although Ray Lewis is still on top.
Hey, he's an animal. Ray
I'm sorry to call out names.
Wait a minute.
I should. You're right.
Ray.
I don't know the man, but you know, he's in the news.
You have a lot of guys.
That's few and far between.
You're right.
Is what you're saying.
Right. And the reality of that, to be honest with you, no one is perfect. We all share the same sunlight.
You're right.
Okay?
I'm
People
definitely
make
not
mistakes.
casting a stone. Absolutely.
But there's a difference. Is once you make that mistake, what do you do next? Is how do you conduct yourself and what do you do next to make up for that situation? No different than Michael Vick. I mean, the media was tearing him
That's a great point.
apart. Look at him now. He's probably going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this year.
He is amazing,
So, you know, you never know how this can play out. And it's all about not judging a book by its cover and taking the time to see who the person is and why they made that mistake and how they're going to advance from that.
It's about focus, too, for those athletes. I was going to ask you that same day, what advice do you give them? I know, especially for my oldest son, people say, well, he's not dating yet. And he says, I don't have time to date. I have to work hard to achieve my goals. So what advice do you have for those young men?
It's a job. The second you step on campus as a college athlete, it's a job. You have to understand basically the pro mindset is beginning at that point. You're prepping yourself for the big leagues. Your son, just as you brought him up, the example, he doesn't have time for that. I mean, he may have time, don't get me wrong, but the reality of it, he's going to be so tired once he's finished with class, study hall, follow-up meetings, okay, treatment, okay, for injuries. You have 4 or 5 different things throughout the course of the day that you have to take care of. you don't have a desire or energy to do the wrong thing all the time. And that's pretty much what his demeanor is.
That's so true. You're right. So Ivy, women take a lot of time and energy.
we do.
You need, next
still,
stop, write a book. Write a book.
That's a great point.
Now I'm an author, so now I can help you with that one. Excellent. Jason Fletcher. Now,
you want he's Fletch.
All right.
You listen, but you can check him out online at bnfsports.com.
Wonderful. Hey, Ivy, LJ's in your territory.
That's right. LJ, who let you in the kitchen?
Finally, I got in the kitchen, and I'm over here with the Rib Shack. So we can find you where?
8642 Natural Bridge Road between 170 and Hanley.
And we got all kind of lunch specials, all kind of good stuff going on.
Yes,
and we got
catering and
ribs and good food. Dog it, they made it over here. Trying to save it all for myself. So it's been a great, great show, hasn't it, Cassandra?
Absolutely, it's been a great show. And look how delicious this food looks, LJ. Back away.
I'm in the middle.
Back away.
I got people mad at me for taking a bite out of this turkey leg. Get your own food at the Rib Shack on Natural Bridge Road. Check them out, ribshackstl.com. You can drive through, call it in, whatever you need.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for coming on and bringing this delicious food. And thank you to our guests, Ginger, Michelle, and Jason.
Hey, our audience and our sponsors, we love ya.
And last but certainly not least, Rock Walker Trio. Take us away, man.